Dave Clawson is building a program at Wake Forest and coming off some momentum in 2016, trying to carry that into this fall. We bring in Robert Reinhardt from Blogger So Dear to help us talk some Wake Forest football. Of course, join us for these audio conversations on Podbean, Stitcher, and iTunes, and the video. Subscribe to our channel at MarkRogersTV. Robert, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you doing tonight, Mark?
Doing just fine. So it's been a while, so we want to catch up on the Deacons, especially since that was one of the more enjoyable bowl experiences for me last season, just seeing a team that was a 13 or 14-point underdog that got off to a rough start in the game. The first few plays of the game didn't turn their way, and a long touchdown pass, and then suddenly Wake turned it on, and the defense played lights out, and they found some offense that we didn't see a whole lot of during the regular season, and wow, they upset a 10-3 Temple team. So does that foreshadow well for 2017? Well, maybe we start with some of the reasons to be optimistic about the Deacons this season.
A lot of production coming back on the offensive end. I think about 97% of yards are coming back. So a lot of reason for optimism there. Now, granted, we only scored 20 points per game last year, though we did have a good offensive output against Temple, as you mentioned. But I think the offensive line should be better. If you look at from the center all the way to the left tackle, those are going to be three redshirt juniors who have all started for the past two seasons, so experience there, and then some decent depth at the quarterback position. John Wolford and Kendall Hinton both playing well in fall camp and will be experienced there. I think the running back situation should be better. With Cade Carney, Matt Colburn, and also potentially a freshman in Arkeem Byrd, who was a good recruit for us several years ago. And then at the wide receiver position, I think redshirt freshman Greg Dortch has been very good during fall camp in the scrimmages. I think he's a guy who can be very productive out of the slot, but he can also get it on some end arounds and things like that. So I think he could be a good all-around player as well as a good special teams player for us. And Cam Serenay is going to be healthy again at tight end, so he can get back to being one of the better tight ends in the ACC this year and become more of a receiving threat. And then on the defensive side, yes, we do lose Markel Lee to the Oakland Raiders, a very productive linebacker for us, but we should have a very good defensive line. Duke Ejiofor's back. He could be a late first, early second round pick this year. Jesse Bates, a freshman All-American last year, is back. So some talent coming back on both sides of the ball. So there's definitely a lot of reason to believe the team will be better. It's just a matter of the schedule.